Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Giglio, principal of Homestead High School, and I'd like to welcome you all back to the new school year, the 22-23 school year. Welcome back to those of you who've been with us, and welcome to those of you are with the class of 2026. So this is the weekly video message, and so it is something that we do every week, or something that I do every week. And so in the blast message that comes out, there'll be a link to this video. There'll also be a link to the survey. And in that, basically, I answer your questions. I go through concerns. I listen to suggestions. I provide updates. I give out recognitions. And again, what is great about that is that it all comes from you. So I also, when we send out the video, I send out this PowerPoint so you can click on it and the link right there, and you can actually send in a survey. So I look forward to hearing your questions and a way for us to communicate weekly. I will also have guest stars that come on, and so you get to know some people on the staff. I'll be definitely bringing in some of our new staff members. And so I thought I'd take a minute here, since I don't have any submissions yet on my survey, to just tell you about some of the new people here that are starting. So Lana, welcome to our Homestead family. The following teachers: we have Luis Barbado, who will be teaching Spanish this year. Alana Karras, who actually was on campus last year as a long-term sub, and we're really excited to have her back on campus now as a full-time teacher. We have in the math department, Chris Grossman, and we have a name, if you've been around with us for a long time, you might remember the name Mary Hill. She definitely one of our English teachers, and she has been teaching in Ed Ops, different programs there, and is going to be teaching a couple periods in the English learner department for us. So happy to have her back on campus as well, too. We have a big group of folks from our resource department, and so we have a couple of teachers there. We have Melanie Biddle and Kaede Hamilton. We also have a school psychologist intern, Juliana Chyon. We have 4 paraeducators that are going to be coming to us. We have Sonia Henry, Trevor Patton, Javier Valdez, and Tony Hopkins. Tony's also going to be operating our smoothie shop, so really excited to get that up and going this year after getting that remodeled and ready to go. We also have some office folks that are new to us. We're going to be unfortunately saying goodbye to Rita Figueroa, who's been our attendance clerk for the last several years. Her last day is going to be 9/1, and then taking over for her is Damaris Yamas, who will be taking over on 9/2. We'll be training her over a couple days too, but we're welcoming her. We have a 5th counselor on our campus now too. He's part-time, but his name is Eric Medeiros. He'll be working with the students, the last name VE through Z. So super excited to have an extra counselor on campus. That has shifted some of the caseloads for our counselors. So if you see some new names, that's why. We haven't gotten rid of anybody. We are actually adding, so really happy about that. We also have a new assistant principal on campus. Her name is Susan Rocha. She's coming to us from Limbrook. She was at Fremont before that, and she was a longtime English teacher at Cupertino before that. We also have Rosalie Walton, who'll be starting up a guided studies program for us, and that'll be something I talk about later on, not on this particular broadcast, but a little one down the road. And we also have a new cafeteria member, Ying Zhao. So welcome all of them to our campus. We also have a couple student teachers this year. So we have in the music department, Chris Hofflinger, who actually was a former Homestead student. And we have in the Spanish department, Moses Ruiz Rico. So happy to see those folks come into our campus and starting out their educational career here at Homestead. As I said, I answer questions. I don't have any questions for everybody, but I do have some updates for you. So I wanted to update you on construction because there's always construction. First off, just wanted to say thank you for helping pass Measure G. We did get our bond measure approved, and that'll be starting to fund programs or projects that are about several years down the line. But again, really happy to be able to continue doing some of the work to make our campus look even better and more comfortable and more efficient for the years to come. Our A building was the building that was down all year last year. It is going to be fully operational by Monday. They are scrambling to the last second here to kind of finish little bits and bobs around the place, but it's a great looking building. I'm going to be looking forward to having a grand opening a little bit later in the year to definitely show you some of those great things. The B building, though, is now down, and it's being redone in the same manner that the A building was done, with an estimated time of completion in the summer of 2023. The one challenge with this particular building is that it's right in the center of campus, and so we have to access it with trucks and equipment from either side, one from the staff lot, one from the student lot. So there is a lot of more fencing on campus this year. There is a pass-through between the I-Hub and the B building to get over to the rest of campus. So that does allow for some better access, but it is a little difficult to get over to our library and the music buildings. So we're going to be showing kids how to walk through there, walk through with care. But safety is obviously number one. So we're going to make sure we're keeping our kids safe. And yes, they're going to have to walk a few steps, but we're going to be working with them to make it try and flow as efficiently as possible. So we'll see how that goes on the first day of school. And we have all 2,300 kids here. Traffic. This is always an interesting one at the beginning of the year. Freshmen, welcome to high school, and you don't know what you don't know yet. And so to help you kind of navigate your way through campus and coming and going from campus, please student drop off and pick up only in the horseshoe or the student lot. The staff lot is only for staff. Excuse me. We also have construction trucks that are going in and out of there, so we really don't want to mix students and construction trucks. So again, drop off in the horseshoe, drop off in the student lot. Really important to keep the kids safe. If you're biking to campus, if you're a cyclist, please use the Mary Street bike path, which takes you along the path into the back of school to get to our bike racks, or go up the access road to get to those racks. We have racks kind of spread through campus, so they can get to it from either side. What we're just asking is that bikes do not pass in front of the horseshoe at the front of the school. That's a kind of a dangerous area. We'd really like to keep cars and bikes apart. Also, bikes, please don't cut through the staff or student parking lots. That is not an easy mix of cars. So please don't go that. Use those paths, use the appropriate places. And do wear your helmets. I know a lot of people don't like to mess up their hair and that kind of stuff. But again, please wear a helmet. It helps keep you safe, and definitely bring a lock. We need you to lock your bike up. If you don't bring a lock, you never know what could happen to it. So we want to make sure that everything is safe and where it is when you need to leave. We have been told by the city that they're going to be installing some bollards along the bike lanes at some point in the next couple of weeks here, which is going to be great because it's going to create a little bit of a separation for our bike lanes, but also want to just be aware that those will be coming in at some point. They will be protecting bicyclists, and they're also going to make it hard, probably sounds like impossible, to turn left out of the horseshoe. It's illegal to turn left out of the horseshoe anyway. So this will prevent some of you from getting tickets in the years, because police officers will be out patrolling. You really come out in the beginning of the year. So please be careful. You got it. And when you're coming to campus, drive very carefully, look for other cars, look for other bikers, look for pedestrians, look for skateboarders. And I would actually encourage you to come a little bit earlier than you're used to coming. If you look at the busiest times, it's the 5 to 10 minutes right before the bell rings. You can come a little bit earlier just so you get your bearings and avoid that rush. It would be helpful for everybody. So don't get caught in the traffic jam. It'll be great. Also just wanted to remind folks that like last year, brunch and lunch are free for all students this year. Again, you come at the brunch, you come in lunch, you will get the meal that they're serving at that particular time. We just need you to have your ID card so you can scan that in. Some kids also have their IDs pictures on their cards on their phones, which actually helps scan too. So either way works. So those are free to you. But if you decide to get some a la carte, items, like you're picking up an extra juice or chips or something like that, or if you say, I want to have a second meal because I'm hungry and I'm a teenager and I need more food, then those actually, when you go above that first meal, that's when you will then be charged a student account. You can add money through the IC, the Infinite Campus portal. If you haven't done that, you just go in there, you find the directions, they'll tell you how to do it. It's a really convenient and easy way to put money on your student's account. Although you don't need any money on the account, it's only if they're trying to charge extra items to that. Please, if you haven't checked it out for a while, check that you have access to Infinite Campus and Schoology. If you're having some issues, please contact us and we can help get that straightened out for you. But the sooner you have that up and running, the sooner and easier it is for you to help keep your students organized, to kind of understand what's going on with students, get updates and information. So again, just check those. If you haven't checked them in a while, then let us know if you're having some issues. I usually end this with some important dates. I'm just a couple here in the beginning of the year to kind of think about. Obviously, the Monday, the 22nd is our first day of school. There will be a chance for students to do some makeup photos that day. So if you didn't get photos taken at Roundup, that's when you get to do it. On the 25th, there is a mandatory college info night for seniors and their parents. Again, if you go to our website, go into the calendar and events, click on that one. It'll give you details of when and where and how to participate. We have this is for the students only, but we have our first rally, the Welcome Back Rally, on Friday, August 26th. It's going to be indoors, which is something the students are really excited about. But again, not every student fits into the gym, so there is space for those who don't wish to participate. They can have some extra time to do some academics. But the others will be welcoming you back to the Welcome Back Rally. There is an evening meeting for the parents of athletes and their teams. So please, again, go to the website, click on that calendar event, and tell you more information. And even though we haven't started school, telling you we have a holiday coming up on Labor Day. So Labor Day, there is no school that day. So again, my videos sometimes are longer, sometimes they're shorter. This is just a real quick one to say welcome back. Here's a couple of bits of information. Please fill out that survey that if you have questions or comments and you need to get some information to help make this experience a better one for you. But welcome to 22-23, and we look forward to having a fantastic year with all of you. Take care, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.